Hello, this is Zinc, and this is Outer Worlds 2.
DeVries said the grand plan made her do it, huh? Jeez, kinda preachy. Keep it in the monastery, lady.
Yeah, we got invited by a cult to, I guess, have a chat. So we are now at a different planet. Yeah. Oh, we also unlocked some rare items, basically in the free station? Free market station, yeah. I had to like show a bunch of Tossball cards and unlocked a science weapon, which costs 16,000 bits. Yeah, quite pricey. And we also have a pulse hammer. Sadly, the pulse hammer requires a different kind of gear. Yeah, pretty good gear. And we'll see how it goes. I don't think we unlocked anything else. Though I do have like, okay, one crit chance. Oh look, I can mod Valerie again. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. So our crit chances increased by 4 per points. Shouldn't I be able to upgrade it?
Initialize. How may this unit assist you?
Okay. Incognito. How many keys do I have? 4.
Can't say I'm.
Anyhow, was there something you needed, Commander?
Nothing. Let's travel to Dorado. It's an arid planet. Train station. Try leveling up and finding better equipment. There is no better equipment. Every equipment is identical. Okay, so we went to the station. Or we tried going to the station. So go on. Pum 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 pum. Oh, someone crashed there. I see smoke over. Shipping container.
Your patience is commendable, passenger. Please continue waiting quietly until the next tram arrives.
Elevator.
That piece looks different from the others. If it's an original, we ought to take it with us. You know, for safekeeping.
Our splendor and season for Arcadia, no sacrifices too great. Thus was the caption of this mural, assembled painstakingly by the team of sculptors over the course of 6 years. Commissioned by the sovereign himself, immortalized Arcadia's bounty. The original mural was deemed too spectacular to confine it to one location. Eventually, the decision was made to fabricate copies of the original mural, each of which would be housed in the tram stations through the Golden Ridge, so that any subject may feel caress of true artistry. Each of these copies was made to contain a piece of original glorious mural. Young. Pretty.
Stay vigilant. Report any suspicious activity to your nearest station warden.
Teleported. look at this. He's just floating. A vendor. Plasma charge. I spent all of my cash. Though we did learn how to create heavy munitions. I think, yeah, we did. I don't have nothing to sell.
Multiple signs of habitation observed. Helpful tip. Agents are advised against touching stains of questionable origin.
Day 206. Morale? Low. Condition? Feeble. Voucher mech. Watching. Always watching. Many have left for Matriarch's mercy, seeking refuge with the Order. The fools. Can't they see the Order is no different from the Protectorate? The Order won't...
Incessant muttering to oneself may disturb fellow passengers. Further conduct violations may warrant notification of the Sentinels.
Try it, you doddering rattletrap! Such threats compel me no longer. I now answer to no one. I've seen through the lies of both sides. In time, everyone will.
Unwarranted optimism may be a sign of a more serious imbalance. Please see a curativist before boarding.
Interesting. Conflicts.
Matriarch's mercy lies directly ahead. This unit is ready to proceed when you are, Commander.
Ourselves.
Placement bar is a complete part of your daily meals and of the plan. Designed for optimal nutritional extraction, they also taste acceptable from the Order of the Ascendant. You may think you have tasted a great old-fashioned cocktail, but have
So
you
loud.
tasted the highest-rated old-fashioned ever created? Now you can, with asymptote bourbon, consistent.
Bum, bum. Okay. Big map.
Please, somebody help us! Anybody, please!
Hello.
Finally, some help. We desperately need aid. Desperately.
We?
My family and I, we was making our way to the Mercy Camp for us refugees. We were set upon. My wife, my son were injured. Can't move them by myself. I had to leave them just past this tunnel so as I could go for help. But being alone is even more riskier. The Varachnids, I chased them off, but they'll be back. Please help us. Ain't nothing I can do for them, but you got weapon and medicines and can get us to the camp. Please.
Something's wrong with you and your story.
Of course there is. It's my family. They're hurt, dying.
I don't think so. Good luck with whatever it is.
Emergency protocols ready.
Ooh. What is this? Oh, it's a like dance. So. Really.
It is knowable.
These look
Just a
like
matter of calculating the motion of the universe. Is a universe. Once we solve it, and it's only a matter of time, we will know all that ever was or will ever be. Not only will we predict reality, but control it. We will ascend to godhood.
Keep put. Much is left to come.
wireless. So it's about to be ambushed. We'll take the longer route. A new flaw. Missing only one shot or two does not matter, you already reloaded. If you ever let the weapon run out of ammo, you'll deal less damage for a short time, but all your guns now hold more ammo. 50% magazine size, 40% damage after the weapon's magazine is empty. Nice. That's some good flaw. Yeah. Precise. Brass.
Dead without my Drina time.
Oh. Sounds like they're just some drug addicts.
Need a hole to hide.
There we go. Okay, this weapon's... This is not a good weapon. Funky weapon. Was it worth it? Keep the beat alive. Yeah, that's not particularly great. Let's see if this helps. Means probably can't go to the cave. There's nothing in the cave. Nothing. Oops. Plan is good. We gotta kill dumb people and take their stuff. It's hard sometimes to still talk smart. Taking Adrena time makes taking good easy, but after Adrena time makes it even more harder. So we need more Adrena time. We just gotta move, find new people to steal from. Order guys, Ontis guys, and angry order guys are all hard to fight. New people is easy. You just need to find a new place to cache them when order guys not around. Yeah, this is good plan. We scrappers can do this. Just got to keep talking smart and keep them taking scrappers back in the ambush. Materials. What's this? What is this? I see a thing. I guess it's nothing. Looked like something, but it's nothing. Some more. No. It's just some crystal forest. Pretty. Yes, it can. This is a drop pod. There's nothing else. Crystal forest. Fractals. Atreus Mercy discovered. Hello.
Another refugee? All right, step forward.
Fancy. Sure, hello.
Just a moment. Allowing anyone into Matriarch's Mercy unprocessed will upset the precarious ratio of refugees to aid. We should have an opportunity for placement in approximately 7.85 days, presuming no unforeseen alterations.
I can wait, but I might get these our people sick.
Oh, no, we can't allow that. You'd best go and see our doctor at once. Just keep your distance from others.
Yes.
Our calculations do not afford many sick refugees. Welcome to Matriarch's Mercy. Rule number 1, no crowding. Rule number 2, avoid the exclusion zone. Our seer has predicted non-specific imminent danger.
What's the exclusion
I
zone?
thought the name was self-explanatory. Our seer predicted that a corner of the encampment is in terrible danger. Danger from what? Or when? Unclear. Stay away from it, and, in all probability, you won't have to find out.
Is there a rule number 3?
Not at present, but according to our predictions, the creation of a third rule is likely, if not inevitable.
I thought the refugee encampments were supposed to be safe.
Safety and probability are incompatible. Eventually, nowhere will be safe, including here.
Technically, yes. You people should take your predictions
Our
seriously.
predictions spring from the universal equation, the very numbers that guide the stars. Only a fool ignores probability, and we don't suffer fools around these parts. That's enough questions. Keep the line moving. You need anything, talk to Seer Wiley. He's in the lift building, straight through the settlement.
lift building. Oh yeah. I need to stay away from
Do you
items.
believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
No.
Wish. Between the invaders and the Order defecting, there's no putting this sprat back into the can.
Cloister is looking pretty good right about now.
A wasteland devoid of life? No, Arcadia is doomed. Plain and simple.
And we. Wanted, dead or alive. Edward Dunsley, reward from delivery. Jan Dunsley. Merton Dunsley, the whole family. Ooh, I wrapped them.
I swear, it's nigh on impossible to find decent animal remains in these parts.
Should see one in my ship.
Thus, if we compare the rates of dust accumulation inside the settlement to outside, we gain minute insight into the grand plan.
Now, let's see. Let's do basic. Well, that's not. Well, sort of basic math and physics. This is gravitational equation. Yeah, dust settlement. Maybe correct for this. Which is mass of two objects, radius between those objects, and gravitational constant equals the force. Okay, this one, time derivative over. This looks like partial derivatives of different dimensions of time. C is speed of light. Vx is, I guess, velocity in x side. What about this one? Constant lambda 2ckd divided by lambda 4. Okay, I don't know this one. Hi.
And then we solve for the... apologies. Just catching up on a research assignment between queries. Yes? Did you need something?
I was wondering if you could tell me the square root of pi.
Oh, doesn't everyone have that memorized? It's 1.772455385. Ah, I see you were making a jest and/or attempt at conversation. Anything else?
You should perform advanced calculation in the midst of the busy settlement?
Typically, no. And it has been somewhat challenging focusing my concentration. The abbot felt a scientician operating in a conspicuous spot in the thoroughfare might be useful. An illustrative way for our guests to see how we operate. To show how the crabble patties are made, as it were.
Crabble patties.
That is, if the meat preparation involved a 90-step rate formula and a conflux of polynomial equations.
So you're just mathing out there in public so passerby can watch your math?
I am also on hand to answer queries by providing data supporting our actions. Though perhaps due to my central location, 89.74% of the time, I am simply asked for directions.
Bet the hour 10.26 of the time they're asking if you can use the space.
I am sure they bear any inconveniences with grace and dignity. I mean, the statistical jump correlated to residents within Matriarch's Mercy has some pretty compelling numbers. According to data, life inside shows a notable uptick in key relevant quality of life factors. Longevity, access to medicine, potable water. Life outside sees increased risk of starvation, inclement weather, and hostile xenofauna. Yes, indeed. Numbers are really against you out there.
Better to have shelter and be eaten by raptidons.
By quite a healthy statistical margin, yes. We nurture the body while we minister to the mind. We organize. We adapt. We have diverted internal resources to better meet demand in key areas. And I'm pleased to say that's led to a statistically significant 2.7% increase in refugee satisfaction. But if my data remains unconvincing, I suggest you inquire with Provisioner Plotnik inside the lift building.
Plot.
Simply tell her Archivist Widmark approves brief use of her time. Then
Sure.
back to it I shall get.
Sure, go do math. Hey, dude.
Oh, try not to get too close. My sinuses are stuffed up, my ears are backed up, and my guts are gurgling. I could burst at any moment. Every fluid
have
from
many
every
good-
orifice. So
Have
keep
you
your
ever
distance.
considered quarantining for the sake of the public health?
Oh, you want me to keep sickness to myself? Is that it? Well, I refuse to give in to shame and fear. I've gotten sick at least a dozen times since we set up camp. Why, last week alone, I caught hack lung, sprat tongue, skinny teeth, and a rare case of mortified skull emergence. Figured I might as well get used to being sick. So I'm practicing for my next disease.
What
It's
do you
gonna
make
be a
of the
nasty
situation
one.
around the camp?
I think it's downright awful what's happened to these fine folks. But me especially. Sickness, malnutrition, spontaneous genetic disorders, it never ends.
I should go. Feel better.
You too. Trust me, you don't want to catch this. Neither do I, for that matter.
How long are we meant to stay here?
Ask the Order. I'm not in the prediction business.
Supplies. Do you have any cards dropping around? Can't see you, dude. We're looking around.
Broke my nose last scrap. Or, I guess Raleigh Dortmunder did, huh? I still don't get any of this. I banged him up real good for you, didn't I? I won you one, right? Matters settled. The void you did. Barely connected. You're thinking of 2-3 scraps ago. You've been mostly unconscious a while now.
The void. Wait. I got no idea whatever you're talking
You
about.
ought to talk to Boss Tilda. She's the brains in this.
Tilda.
What does she call it? Oh, yeah. Quasi-illicit shenanigan. Doesn't like to look at us when we're all banged up. Said my face turned her off Borstloaf. Anyhow, head down the hill along the fence. Tell her Mapother and Mudge sent you.
I'm getting sent all over the place.
Word to
Uh-huh.
wise, don't accept anything here that's given for free. You'll pay, one way or another. Commander, you got a minute to talk? I got some thoughts on this situation with the refugees.
Sure.
The number of folks seeking refuge from the war is, well, it's beyond what I expected. And beyond what the Order is capable of handling, seems like. Andes may not be faring much better here, but we could at least find enough work for these folk to buy some food.
Natural, why would Anti-Sure do anything out of the kindness of their heart?
I mean, we ain't gonna give up our cots for what could be the enemy. We're doing what we gotta do to keep our heads on our shoulders. It's a tough situation, that's all I'm saying. But if the Order can't even manage tens of folk at their doorstep, they ain't gonna manage much better should they win the war.
Sure, you're right.
But nothing's ever really free, is it? I went through this myself when Andy's Choice took over Tau Ceti. It took time to secure the merger, but once they did, we folk got the help we needed real quick. And all they wanted in return was the signing of an employment contract. Now, I ain't seeing any contracts in Matriarch's Mercy. So what is the Order actually gaining by doing this?
Well, they're gaining human shields. Nobody saying would dare to attack refugees.
They'd have to be evil to even think of them as such. And they'd have to be stupid to think that's a line nobody would cross. The Order doesn't strike me as either. Anyhow, if the Order is in fact helping these folk with no hidden aims, then... well, I'll be the first to admit that there might just be merit in what they're selling. Appreciate you hearing me out.
Sure, lady. Sure. Hello. You folks doing just fine. Bonk. Oh, hi.
You
Hello.
got business? No? Move on.
help if you're an agent of yours in Fairfield. You promise I would fight friends in Sub Rosa.
You the fixer lent your aid to Agent Galloway? Don't suppose you got that crawling hibiscus she promised to sneak me, huh? Forget it.
Pretty
You can
mass.
come in.
Hello. Pitchball farm. 1% damage.
Hello, hello. You're the one that aided us in availing Sub Rosa of a rather large shipment of Spectrum vodka, yes? Agent
Yes.
Galloway is slightly less trustful than most feral canids, so winning her over speaks volumes of your character. Consequently, I'm pleased to present you purchase access to my fine wares. It's fortunate you're no stranger to contraband.
If your wares are so good, why are you operating out of a refuge camp?
It's superb cover and a consistent market. Refugees are in need of all sorts of supplies that the Order cannot provide, and Sub Rosa delivers, at only a reasonable markup. Myself, I enjoy the thrills of the environ. Will the Order attempt to drive me out? Will Matriarch's mercy be shelled? Shall I run out of new cereals? Oh, thrilling!
You got some guts, I can admire
Why,
that.
thank you. Takes a unique sort to appreciate the finer points of illegal smuggling.
Where does Sub Rosa stand on the war?
We stand that we'd like to make a good ton of bits on the war, and maybe expand our reach in the process. Beyond that, I'm not supposed to comment. But Sub Rosa consists primarily of ex-Auntie's Choice and ex-Protectorate personnel. We've still got folks we care about out there. Complicates some of our feelings on the fighting. But if the fighting stops, our income begins to go dry. Feast thine eyes on the merchandise!
Legendary. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Adaptive engineering. Incoming damage may change defense mode. Light damage. Dealing less than 10% of max health. Enable 10% damage resistance mode. Heavy damage. Exceeding 10% of max health enables 30% evasion chance mode. And 3% damage automatically converted to energy. Pretty nice, pretty nice. It's a medium armor. Automated ATP injectors. Basically sprint when health low. Crouch movement speed. Ooh, advanced decryption keys. Plasma shock caster. Plasma beam caster. Okay. Bounty gains decreased by 50%. Interesting. So we want advanced decryption keys. That we need money, and we don't have money because we sold everything. Yes. Amazing. Good.
Greetings. What can I help you with?
Why all purple?
Let me guess. One of your co-occupants is always hanging up his or her britches in your corner of the yurt. Am I right? Or you're dealing with more of a stay off my palate or that's my air you're breathing sort of thing. Pray elucidate the exact nature of your tiff of contention.
Tell me about this quasi-illicit shenanigan of yours.
Oh, a semi-informed customer. Well, we offer a wide array of proxy altercations, from restrained bludgeoning to flat-out scraps. Here in Matriarch's Mercy, if you're not a member of the Order, you're probably living close to somebody else. In some cases, sleeping on top of them. Sort of thing tends to cause friction between neighbors. Would lead to fights, but nobody here wants trouble with the Order. So they hire our hooligans to battle by proxy.
What kind of trouble would somebody get into fighting for?
It's the Order, so they don't kick you out or nothing. It's all community betterment volunteering. If you're former Auntie's Choice, it smacks kind of like work for free. If you're former Protectorate and it don't involve Automax, it's all terrifyingly mystifying somehow. We say whoever wins the fight wins the argument. But frankly, it's never anything of consequence, like, okay, hurrah! this guy gets back his mangy button. Now, how can I help you exactly?
I came to ask a situation about the account, but to answer my question. I'm just window shopping proxy alterations today.
Ugh, a tourist. Well, clear out then, huh? Can't have you scaring off real customers. I got a bunch of yeggs, 2 pugilized pugilists, and a cicanid to feed.
Oh. Damn.
Look, your nose was just a stand-in for Duarte's nose. Don't feel like no
What caused the schism between the Protectorate and the Order? The Consul tried to kill presiding Bishop Ruth Bassar, but we saw that coming. Apologies, outsider. As a vicar, I am usually tasked with guiding non-order lay people, such as yourself. Lately, the abbot has tasked me with the education of the refugees in our care. You are, of course, free to stay to be enlightened by my lecture, but I don't need an abacus to predict your path lies elsewhere.
What if I promise not to take much of your time?
Well, if it's in the displaced's best interests, I imagine I can find a moment.
You seem fairly in the know. What's the situation in the settlement?
Yes, I reckon I do have my ear to the grimy dirt floor of Matriarch's Mercy. I hear what common lay people are saying, and the wide array of bodily noises they make. Suppose I, more than any other member of the Order here, connect with non-scienticians. I've begun daily lectures, including practical advice on efficiently planning their days. I frequently launch into extended orations on everyone's favorite topic, math, and meticulously expatiate on our sex origins in the most rigorously pedantic detail.
Oh, so you are a sect. Amazing. Thought you asked me at yes. Wait, that's how you've been helping this place here? Talking to her at them?
As I'm sure you've read in recent dissertations doing the rounds, education has proven to have a 13.7% increase in overall quality of life. I am single-handedly making a difference here. With constructive pointers on efficient scheduling, lessons on order history, plus some mathematics for a little added razzle-dazzle.
Razzle-dazzle. I think we have different ideas of what constitutes a practical advice.
Perhaps some other time we can debate the theoretical complexities involved. But I fear I must get back to my duties. These laypersons won't enlighten themselves.
I'm having a really hard time not just mashing the button and just destroying your room. Hello.
My soup is nutritionally calculated to sustain
Please
all
be
bodily
advised,
functions.
this unit lacks
But it could
pharmaceutic
use a little
resources
salt.
to provide medical care meeting Earth Directorate standards to populations exceeding 7.5 persons.
Hello.
Keep your digits where I can see them.
Are you threatening me? What bounties? Look up my own bounty. Look up local bounties. Wanted Jan Dunson. For the crimes of repeated indiscriminate slaughter of Order personnel, briefed unlike her brothers, Jan Dunson appears to bear some vestige of duty from her prior life in the Protectorate. Unfortunately, this has manifested in hatred of the Order. She seems to believe that the Protectorate has treated us too gently, and that we must be all executed as traitors. She has already made a good on this belief in the dozens. Jan Dodson currently resides in Scrapper's Den with her gormless fellows. For the crimes, they must be eliminated. And ever guys? Theft, maleficence, general wreaking of havoc. Brief. Moreton and Edward Dunsey belonged to many Protectorate subjects abandoned by the local leaders. However, rather than turning us for aid, the duo instead partook in petty bandit. They have since acquired many fellow ne'er-do-wells and have swiftly become a problem too troublesome to ignore. The brothers reside in the abandoned garden estates in the southwest region of Golden Ridge. Note that due to catastrophic damage to our train infrastructure, the mountain on which estates reside must be ascended. Breaching the scavengers' lines may be difficult, but those who succeed shall be amply rewarded. Okay, what mountain? Mound of the wreckage, you see a large pile of seemingly unrelated debris. I have none. Examine the wreckage. The forward story, it seems that once was an improvised structure of some kind. Keep examining the wreckage. Okay. I need to...
Shame what happened there. I seen the whole thing.
The whole what?
Watch yourself if you intend to nose around that collapsed ramshackle. I swear, refugee settlements aren't what they used to be.
My health was never in question, but anyone inside must have been gravely injured.
Oh yeah, Duarte. He's former aunties like me. He was underneath for a few hours. Or, no, that was before. This time it was Rollo Nast? No. Gert Valkenberg. Happens a lot. People here need more room to breathe. Can't build in the walkways, can't set up in the exclusion zone. So they build up. Best they can, at least. Don't have proper building material or nothing. They just make do. After a while, the stacked up little huts they jury-rigged come tumbling down.
So a bunch of this place has been hard to
Oh,
this?
you put that together, did you? Here, I thought I was being subtle. Yeah, people keep at it. What else choice they have? Order won't listen. Maybe if we interspersed our requests with numbers, they'd pay attention. Seems like all they care about sometimes.
What worries is that you may be right to be seeing me. Okay, that's just starting. Young.
And edification only. Hygienic products are solely intended for daily use, not fermentation
Whoops.
into inebriating intoxicants.
Don't mind me. I'm pursued for the crimes. Look up my own bounty, pay off the bounty.
Since the schism, the Protectorate have rewritten history to exclude our teachings.
Where do we go now? Another refugee
We're
camp?
not going
Another
anywhere.
colony?
Not on the basis
Are
of
you
some
going to
half-baked
be a
prediction.
Hi.
Except for the fact that you ain't yelling and trying to eat me. I'd have pegged you as some sort of prosperous scrapper by the rough look you got about you. You do got a certain feral look in your eye, though. Okay. I give up. Tell me.
Earth Director, Zinkterm, and you are?
May Huffstutler. Formerly Auntie's Choice, Department of Invasive Marketing.
Invasive
Now,
marketing.
the voice of the displaced. That's what those in the Order call me, leastways. An unofficial sobriquet, likely meant as a petulant slight. On account I object. Louder. More often than the rest. Those of us ended up here have very little except needs. I turned those into demands for reasons of clarity and import.
You're a bit different for the most wanted choice.
I was once considered quite the up-and-comer in the Department of Invasive Marketing. Looked down on all the bottom rungers and have-nots. Then I came here and became one. Happy as I am to make your acquaintance, I'm busy staking our claim over the exclusion zone, so if you'll excuse me.
What was you mentioned about the exclusion zone?
The exclusion zone. The Order has decided to keep us out thanks to some nebulous prediction of disaster. Screw their predictions. We have people, displaced by war and disaster, in sore need of space. There's plenty of room to house them.
The Order's prediction must have been especially for
Chance of life-threatening peril from a yet-to-be-determined catastrophe were the administrant's words. Not what I would call specific. I honestly don't give the slightest whit about the Order's idea of math or whatever calculation tells them that a catastrophe may or may not occur. I couldn't get anywhere with Administrant Agarwal, but maybe you'll have better luck.
Being a former and so on, to just understand if I ask about the
I got a
reward.
pretty fancy gun I was issued back when I was a rising star at Antes. Side with us, and it's yours. Even throw in a healthy amount of bits for your troubles.
Sure.
Thanks, stranger. Maybe fate's on our
West.
side for a change. You can find Agarwal in the lift building. Probably formulating another equation to get on my nerves.
Okay.
What happened to this place? Law. Matriarch's mercy is out.
Look on the bright
Hello,
side.
people.
I predict that the worst is behind us.
1,068.5 pardons, but my attention is presently 99.81% occupied, coordinating provisions and supplies for the displaced.
Archivist Widmark suggested I speak with you about your work.
Well, if the archivist said so, I suppose I can factor out a moment. As the assigned provisioner, I am responsible for coordinating the requisition and distribution of comestibles, medicinals, and miscellaneous vital supplies. The overwhelming majority of my time is dedicated to this, leaving only moments to see to the Order's needs in the settlement. But it is an effort I undertake with great relish. You may not have noticed, but the refugees do not want for food or medicine.
Sorry to say, but the displays may not have noticed either.
With the great disruption that has occurred to their lives, one can hardly blame them. That they are fed and remain healthy is sufficient for me.
Bet you're more stressed than you let on, but you seem happy about
The
it.
Order of the Ascendant is dedicated to the ascension of humanity. Our ultimate goal may not be reached in our lifetime. If I can help others in need today, I shall do so to the utmost extent of my abilities and resources.
Sure.
Appreciate you. My time is yours. You may prove.
Your items are too. Patient step. Precap. While in TDD, movement no longer drains energy. Energy also drains 10% slower, increasing with the science skill. Nice. It's good, like, infinitely just do stuff. Pierce resistant. Ooh, heavy armor. Dragoon armor. Plasma cutter. With the jumpsuit. Plasma pistol. Okay. Whoops. Hi. What, you don't let me to talk now, would you?
By the law. It's you.
Yeah, it does not let me to talk.
You're right. The universe does not orient itself toward fairness. But it's my firm belief humanity can do better.
All that. Wait. I need to pay off my bounty. Again. Whoops.
Welcome. Have you come to bask in the
Oh, bounty. Pay off bounty. Ah, the floor.
is a self-centered derivative take on the grand.
What is it? I have 15 seconds of allotted time for non-specific discourse, so choose your words with expediency. Oh, don't tell me. You're here on behalf of the voice of the displaced, aren't you?
May have services.
Oh,
Blah.
May, is it? You're on a first-name basis already?
Yes.
This is about the exclusion zone, correct?
The Order is keeping the zone off limits for shady reasons.
Excuse me, but the intricate dance of the cosmos is anything but shady. You see, the Seer predicted that a calamity would befall the exclusion zone, warning that the barrier must not be crossed. But the ever-disruptive voice of the displaced is dead set on occupying the exclusion zone anyway, laughing in the face of certain peril.
How the exclusion zone is dangerous?
We don't know, and therein lies the frustration. The Seer has augured death for anyone who enters the exclusion zone. Yes, you heard me right. Death. Furthermore, and I quote, An outside mediator, having earned the confidence of both sides, has a high likelihood of clearing up an ongoing dispute.
that
And
sounds
now
like
the
me.
voice has involved you. How auspicious. Perhaps you are the outside mediator who was foretold.
If you believe both sides will listen, then I mean...
I believe only in the cold, inconvenient mathematics of the cosmos. This will work. It must work. The first step is to familiarize yourself with every angle of the dispute. Talk to the people of Matriarch's Mercy. The displaced want the exclusion zone. We want it kept off limits. We can't both be right. With your seasoned perspective,
I can go into the zone
perhaps
and
the
see what
voice of the
happens.
displaced will learn to listen. Any questions before you get started?
I've spoken to a few people with valid consistent conditions in
These
camp.
are the data points we need. Keep at it then. Precision is ever our ideal. Many people around camp support or object to our methods. Speak to them, form your own opinion, and when you are ready, we will decide the fate of the exclusion zone.
Level up! Let's go! Level 11. And finally, I unlocked other points. Let's say sneak and melee. Maybe not sneak. But engineering? I don't get any perks.
Oh,
Hello.
thank the architect you're finally here. I've scarcely breathed while hoping you'd come. I am in desperate need of your help.
Trade now, talk later.
Since you aren't a refugee, I hope you understand that I cannot offer my goods free of charge, but my prices are fair.
Ooh. Pinnacle Perfume Micro. Heals 680 damage health per second. And a trauma kit. Ooh. Oh, it gives the resin poisoning.
Thank the architect. I knew you'd
Sure,
be back.
tell me.
Where to begin? There are so many sick and wounded in Matriarch's Mercy, and I have but 2 imperfect hands. I am but a humble general practitioner. What I really need are specialists, and the seer predicted an outsider would find them.
Think you can help in this?
Might have time to patch up 1 or 2 patients before we head out. I used to be a combat medic. A good one, too.
You also strike me as someone on the go. I need committed medical employees, not a freelancer. The seer gave me a datapad with explicit instructions that I not read it, for my intervention could only throw probability into disarray. Now, take the datapad, with my thanks.
What do you make of the conditions?
As a doctor, I'm appalled. We don't have enough beds or private quarters to separate people, so sickness is blazing an unhappy trail through the refugees. Of course, the Order keeps us well supplied with meds, but things will get worse as long as we're overcrowded. Yes, I can treat sickness as it arises. It would be leagues better to prevent it entirely. That means space to spread out.
I think I can do it.
Since you asked, you can run this medicine to Horst Lamping. Just don't shake the man's hand. He has a habit of coughing into his palm when he covers it at all.
West.
The meaning of life is numeric, and we are the keepers of the equation.
I'm not with Andy.
You ever cough? I'll try not to sneeze
Good
on you,
news,
but
we have
no
medicine.
law. Finally. Real relief for my fake symptoms.
How
Let's
much
see it then.
do you really want this? Because I might need more.
Now that you mention it, you do seem to be of a genuine sickly disposition. Here, buy your own medicine. This one's mine. Besides, I'm guessing you need something stronger for whatever it is you've got. You have my gratitude, stranger.
Ooh, quest complete. La da 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 da. Journal. Quest. Sears prediction. Though you may be stranger to these lands, you shall help us locating medical specialists to the health and well-being of Matriarch's Mercy. Be they formally trained or unconventional in approach, rest assured they will be welcomed with open arms. A taxidermist, a savant with a needle and a thread, can be found in the bounds of Matriarch's Mercy. An automechanical that has fallen prey to the scrappers is located to the west in the Guardian Estates. A plumber, a specialist in most depraved yet essential biological functions, is currently in the trenches of combat. Needs a new plan. Okay, now I still remember. Let's go to the taxidermist.
The Protectorate have only been told a watered-down revision of Order philosophy.
Hello.
How do you do, stranger? Always nice to see a friendly face around Matriarch's Mercy. Oh, it's a pity I can't lend more aid to our downtrodden collective. I'm just a humble taxidermist.
You're a taxidermist? How much do you know about suturing wounds or not attaching limbs?
More than whoever butchered your friend. Do you need any touch-ups on that appendage?
Not unless you think a pair of glass eyes and glued-on antlers will help. Sorry.
But something tells me you didn't come to talk shop. What's this about, Agent?
I'm
Am I in
recruiting the
trouble?
doctor.
What? Me? No. Listen, friend. A little skill with needle and thread does not make me a qualified medical professional.
What do you think, Inez? Does he have what it takes?
This place ain't exactly crawling with experts, and Doc needs all the help he can get. Even if all you do is suture wounds, your services will be invaluable.
Have it your way, then. I know when I'm being voluntold. But you better make it worth my while. Before I agree to anything, I need sprat corpses. Several. And no victims of violence, please. My art depends on the quality of the sleeve.
Stop calling them sleeves and you got the deal.
The term is industry standard. And a taxidermist without standards is never a pretty sight. I used to source all of my sprats from a local trapper, Frankie Billings. No idea if she's still in business. Word has it she's out north in Auntie's Choice territory, so watch yourself.
I'll come back when I got
Fresh being the operative word. My thanks, stranger.
Algorithmic dissonance? Like the 7th.
Okay.
The Grand Plan is the predetermined order to the entire universe. We can predict it down to a decimal.
I pleasantly anticipated this exact moment. My personalized order prediction and weekly prognostics report both mentioned encountering an unforeseen factor about now. I suppose that designation doesn't wholly apply to you, though, does it? Predicting future events is an imprecise science. Currently, that is. Well, then. I read that you'd have questions about our predictive methods, correct?
This is predictory, expect more than it does.
True, my situation does lack a certain refinement. Regrettably, this is Matriarch's Mercy. We all must do the best we can with limited means.
How does the order predict the future?
We utilize a mix of proprietary research methods to gather as complete a data set as possible, and advanced calculations using well-honed models to effectuate it. None of us predict events with complete accuracy or absolute detail. We'd need to solve the universal equation to do that. Fortunately, we're all working very hard on that problem. The Department of Predictive Analysis provide weekly prognostics reports and personalized order predictions to help steer our followers' paths.
The little department does it. What now?
The Department of Predictive Analysis is mainly populated by seers like myself, who represent the Order's most talented mathematicians. After years of study, some can predict events a few seconds or minutes into the future with reasonable precision. Others can estimate with up to 71.1% accuracy several months out. Of course,
pretty good, actually.
predictions have grown more difficult with the loss of the archive, but I am not to speak of that with an outsider. No offense.
How do weekly prognostics reports and personal order predictions
The
differ?
former are generalized forecasts for groups or settlements. The latter are more specialized to individuals and take far more time to calculate. Usually some are handled by one of the more senior seers in a region. But with Seer Wiley's days taken up advising the abbots and other things, this responsibility falls to me. Regrettably, I have built up a bit of a sizable backlog.
Can you tell me anything about station and
Matriarch's
settlement?
Mercy is brimming beyond capacity with those cast out by war. But we of the Order rise to every challenge and continually strive to better our guests' existence. Why, I, for instance, have availed my predictive methods to our refugee neighbors in the area.
So you lack the any substantial ways to...
There's nothing more
reproduce.
practical than improving lives now, is there? We've offered the displaced access to our weekly prognostics reports and personalized order predictions. Engagement is admittedly rather low, but at least one member of the camp reports he has benefited from them greatly.
One person here will swear by the orders predicted.
One of our recent guests, Rollo Nast, has received multiple personalized order predictions. I believe he could speak to the effectiveness of our ways firsthand. If my own humble assertions are not enough, I foresee...
Hey, dude. Hi, hello.
Ah, you must be the,
fancy.
Earth Directorate agent I was told to expect. Your punctuality is commendable. Allow me to welcome you to Golden Ridge. I'm afraid I've no refreshments available, but can I interest you in a customary debate over decidability?
Does a mantic queen kill its mate and feed on the corpse and hats? Yes, please. Start using smaller words, so I'm going to start using bullets.
In the future, a simple no will suffice. The presiding bishop sent word of your imminent arrival. However, pursuant to our normal standards of compartmentalization, she was scant on the details of your mission. That said, I've been instructed to assist you however I can. So, tell me, what brings you to Golden Ridge?
Maybe we should have this conversation private, just the two of us.
And leave Abbot Newell to be subjected to the inanity of a total stranger. Absolutely not.
Don't trouble yourself about Seer Wiley. He's here as my aide. I trust him implicitly. Now, you were saying?
I need to speak to Victor Clemens.
Victor? Yes, Archivist Clemens. Quite the mind. Such encyclopedic knowledge of engineering. One could almost mistake him for an exemplar. Is he in some kind of trouble?
I have a proof that Victor's conspired with a group of dangerous zealots with ties to the Order.
Victor Clemens, some kind of radical. What an absurd notion.
I must agree with my seer. I once watched Victor shed copious tears over a damaged datapad. It's difficult to imagine him capable of worse.
A friend of the traitor I'm after says she and Victor had a secret cons within the Order.
And that may well be true. But our standard of proof within the Order is not normally met by hearsay alone. Victor's currently supervising highly experimental research at one of our labs to the northwest, the Enray Range, beyond the invaders' front lines. Unfortunately, you'll need to go through the decommissioned autonomous extractorium to reach it. That path is less than safe, so I advise caution.
Can you be more specific about the threats I will be facing?
Besides the highly caustic Serenium River and the Mantisaurs, we've also received reports of mad cultists in the area. It does make me wonder why Victor decided to stay.
I'm sorry, mad cultists?
Rift worshippers spouting inane theories. They began showing up prior to the invasion. The first sign of dysfunction in the Protectorate always starts small, doesn't it? Loath as I am to admit it, there may be some merit to your worries over a conspiracy within the Order, whether Victor is involved or not. As
Yeah.
my predecessor would remind me, denying unpleasant facts is not good science. I would be remiss if I failed to support an investigation.
Yeah, it's time to start busting some kneecaps.
Are you deranged?
Yes. What a strange question. Obviously.
No, violence won't be necessary here. I hope. That said, I do have a favor of my own to ask. No doubt you heard of the recent attack launched on that Auntie's Choice base, Outpost Opportunity. It came from one of our facilities, the Zeranium Manufactory. But that facility is intended for research, not military action. I hate thinking an Order member responsible, but given the precision of the attack, it does suggest traitors in our midst. It would undoubtedly benefit both of us to root them out.
Respectfully, Scholar, given current tensions, should we really be trusting such a delicate task to this stranger? Would an
Imagine if the
internal
Directorate-
review of our rank, Earth Directorate Agent, is just a title? I'd seek to know who you are beyond that bit of headline.
Stare solemnly into the distance. I ask myself the question every day. I'm no one. I have an annoying habit of being in the right place at the right time.
I don't dispute the need for discretion, my friend. But the presiding bishop made the determination to send the agent to us. It's best we trust her calculations. Moreover, our situation is growing increasingly dire. I can't overstate my fears concerning this most recent attack ending the ceasefire and reigniting the war in Golden Ridge. One more thing. Your investigation into the traitors takes precedence. But if you could also render aid at Outpost Opportunity on our behalf, such a gesture might preserve the peace.
Just checking, you sure Order did not intentionally attack Auntie's Choice?
Most assuredly not. It would eliminate the entire point of the ceasefire. Please convey that fact to whomever you speak with.
You're supposed to be helping you. Why am I doing all the work?
And here I was under the impression that investigating crime and injustice was primarily what Earth Directorate agents do.
That is correct, citizen. From one galaxy to the next, the Earth Directorate is on your side.
Nice catchphrase. Sounds like something straight out of Auntie's marvelously multiloquent marketeer training program.
At any rate, I trust whatever's uncovered over the course of this investigation will serve as compensation enough.
Sure.
I knew I could rely upon you. Ruth wouldn't have sent you otherwise. Here, take this writ of investigative inquiry. It'll grant you access to the manufactory. Seer Wiley and I will conduct our own inquest into these traitors you've mentioned erstwhile. We can compare notes once you've returned with your findings.
Have some pressure.
Illuminating the path to true erudition is an abbot's moral duty. Whatever I can tell you, I will.
Tell me more about the cultists you mentioned before.
Rift worshippers spouting inane theories. They began showing up prior to the invasion. The first sign of dysfunction in the Protectorate. Always
What
starts
is a sort of
small.
giant
That
statue say?
is a statue of the matriarch, Alexandra Varick, Arcadia's founder and for whom the monastery was named after. Regrettably, Alexandra Monastery is closed to non-order members at the moment, given recent troubles. But perhaps Seer Wiley can give us an estimation of its reopening.
Oh, certainly. According to my calculations, the monastery will be accessible to certain members of the public shortly.
Haha, good news indeed. Oh, you really must.
A calling for those with a greater than average talent for mathematics and computation, particularly in the field of predictive analysis.
Is that the fancy way of saying you can predict the future?
Yes.
Seer Wiley is being too modest about his contributions. Many in the Order rely on seers for their indispensable counsel. I myself would be lost without mine.
I do have a good lack.
Oh yeah? Is now a good time to talk about my salary?
No, it's not like that at all.
What, salary?
Our
Your
bond
salary?
is an equitable partnership built upon a foundation of mutual respect and dedication to the plan. In fact, what would you put our combined efficacy rate at these days, Wiley?
I won't trouble our good agent here with the exact calculation, but the percentage is considerable.
I dread the day your immeasurable talent finally propels you into the upper echelon. Oh, indeed. Without Wily, I dare why, Matriarch's Mercy would not be the refuge it is without his predictions shepherding its development.
That is not saying much. Matriarch's Mercy is
Not if you consider the alternative. It's
Steven. I'm getting really afraid. My frame rate is dropping. Why? Something is dropping my frame rate a lot.
Don't bother conversating unless you're prepared to cite your sources.
Hold the left. We need an item.
We to help the folk get opportunity, Commander. Void the Abbot. He's more concerned with exonerating his own than with making things right.
Why would frame rate just drop so much? Oh.
Friends, neighbors, while you shelter in Matriarch's Mercy, heed the teachings of the Order.
Interesting.
I remember this place before the war. Functioning triniculars. Peaceful silence at the cannons.
I can't recall the last time this region was silent.
Okay, let's drop a save, go to main menu. Because something is very not good, because my frame rate has suddenly dropped.
Why would DeVries betray her?
Okay, that's better. So, where shall we go? That's Zenant Manufacturing. Let's go to manufacturers, it's closest. Oh, loot. Oh, threats.
Agent's health needs.
And if I use this one, it deals a bit less damage.
Look alive, Commander.
Spiders. What's a sprat? La da 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 da. An arrow probably should not be going, but we'll go anyways. Or maybe not. Oh, Liz, you want to say something?
Hope you appreciated how I bit my tongue back there with the abbot. Didn't want things to come to blows with civilians in the crossfire. Full of excuses for the attack, wasn't he? Could be that he's sincere, or could be that he has his hands so full with keeping his community from falling apart that he missed a memo or two. Either way, I'm willing to stay my hand until we know the truth. If it were my folk buried under the rubble, if Ortiz was among them, I'd want to know for certain before acting. Besides, ain't nobody around here better suited for investigating than we are.
You're taking this better than I expected. I don't know, I think the abbot's just trying to cover his ass.
You don't strike me as a liar. Incompetent, though? I'll say this. If he's got insubordination brewing, he's well and truly screwed. While we're at it playing detective, we need to scope out opportunity. If there are any survivors, we ought to help, however we're able. I can only hope they had warning enough to run for cover. If they didn't, well, there's only so much basic training can prepare you for.
Sure, we'll
Thank
go
you,
there.
Commander. We should move on, unless you got...
Opportunity. And where is it? Journal. Search those for G tasks. Oh, here. Just in here. Okay. Let's go. Is it time for sniping? It's a big ledge. Big ledge. Persons. La da da. What's this? Looks like an encampment. Ugh. Oh, hi.
Cause trouble and I will
Perhaps it would
school
be
you,
advantageous
chapter and verse.
Inventory. Okay, no, everything is requiring level 5.
Do you have a specific matter requiring discussion with me that cannot be postponed? I'm rather preoccupied at the moment.
You're preoccupied arguing with yourself about the best way to go home?
That's not... Yes, your assessment is absolutely accurate. Making a final decision over what to prioritize in the construction of this trench, given my current resources, has been a substantially more difficult task than I first estimated.
Why do you need more trenches?
Auntie's forces have pushed us from our initial trench line into our fallback trench, thus making it the new primary trench. Despite the fact that we are currently holding back Auntie's forces at the new, more narrow front, this leaves us in the unenviable position of requiring a new fallback trench. That being said, we shouldn't need another trench line.
What do you mean by you shouldn't need another trench line? Isn't this an active war
Our
zone?
analysis shows us that Auntie simply lacks the resources to push through the current front line. However, there is a vanishingly slim chance that Auntie's has more resources in transit outside of the Arcadian system that we simply haven't accounted for yet.
I thought the Order solved this kind of problem with mathematics.
Correct. In this case, standardized algorithms, which includes a Poisson distribution method, using the data we accrued from years of tracking the frequency of different attacks. Unfortunately, I find myself in the extremely unlikely and stressing position of having these algorithms inform me that every type of attack is exactly equally probable, and thus my dilemma.
What kind of threats will you be facing?
Many, unfortunately. Auntie's human soldiery, raptidons, mantisaurs, scrappers, and even wild varachnids. In summary, many and varied.
Maybe just choose randomly?
Random? I resent the very idea of making a decision of such import.
I don't care. Cartridge.
Try not to deviate from the norm.
Yeah.
Okay, let's continue. Ah, too many items. Ooh, is this a card? Oh, that's cigarettes.
Show your work or shove off.
Hello.
Please, don't distract me from my more pressing distractions.
Wrenches. This is where the thingy crashed. Hello.
If you're here to help, then you should be aware that we've all been placed on standby after that last attack.
Careful wandering the trenches there, stranger. Some board initiates might become confrontational, just to have something to do.
Yeah.
I do not believe I've observed you in these trenches. Halt! Access to that area of this trench line has been restricted to authorized personnel only. It isn't safe, given the rift activity.
Okay. Rift.
Attention, freelancer. You are currently heading into no man's land. We strongly recommend you return.
No. Bonk. A carve. Gadgets only need to max. Doo-doo. Interesting. Cool. Someone gifted a server. Nice. Personal log, Factor Albrecht. I'm grateful for the architect has provided for us with advanced mathematical formula required to calibrate our artillery and anti-air weapons to such a degree that anti-choice forces have no chance of breaking through our lines, and yet being required to fall back and allow those barbarians into such close proximity with the monastery is galling. To even contemplate the chances of a stray artillery shell striking such an august place of a high learning makes my blood boil, not to mention the terrible blow to morale it would cause.
Attention, freelancer. You are currently heading into no man's land. We strongly recommend you return.
Do you want to see what's there? Drop a save. It's raining antidote.
Looks like a...
If you need a house...
Good job, guys. Good job. Sure, let's just go here. What is this? Sprout Heights. Okay. Let's head straight on. I'd say pretty good. Pretty good. That's an outpost, but we'll be heading towards some village. Which is raining. Back here.
Commander, you are dying, which is not advised on
On the way. Someone call for a medic.
Good. Clouds of water. Bum, bum, bum. This is some outpost, more trenches.
armed and ready. Standing by with life support.
Oh, I just disintegrated. What just happened? Oh, I brought. Oh, that's a mine. Okay, that's expensive. Let's just jump onto the mine. Oh, there's an anti. One here. Bam. Bam. Nice. Did a bunch of master. What is this here? Several weeks ago, we accidentally ruptured the Zerantium gas container and were forced to evacuate the area. We lost several troopers to the Zerantium, as quite lethal to humans. We also thought we lost an entire net's worth of mantisaurs, but after managing to contain the leak, we found the mantisaurs standing there as if nothing had happened. They were visibly discolored, but otherwise seemed unharmed. When their handlers went to check them for injuries, the handlers were immediately cut down. The rest of us fled. It seems that the Zerantium gas has bonded with the mantisaurs in some capacity. Aside from the discoloration, they are faster, stronger, and more durable than any normal mantisaur. They are also completely uncontrollable. I'll require further study in order to figure out how to control them and make this discovery profitable. Mm-hmm. Okay. Should be a bunch of mines. And I'm going down here. Benches. Some kind of footsteps.
Fire!
Yeah.
Hi. Don't shoot me.
Truthfully, I'm not too shocked we got bombed. Betwixt stomping around on Order territory, the Scrappers, and the mad cultists, it was bound to happen.
With some mortar. Disarmament. Oh, good disarmament. What's this? Broken orthodox. Strip for the parts.
Fire!
Hello. That's probably to help ours. I don't rightly get that our initial landing and attack went so well, now nothing. You're stuck in standstill. Can't get no supplies or nothing from orbit, can't get no one up and over the Order's last trench. Commander saying every time we tried, we just got shot to pieces. Bo's fault might be a void brain. Sitting here watching the whole lot of nothing happen, knowing that friends in other fronts are making bits hand over fist, has me regretting transferring to this area. I think it's time for our useless commander to have an accident. I could handle this better than him. Riots.
Feel like a rube believing all the aether wave chatter about how quick, easy, and profitable this would be. I'm all tuckered out.
Pum, 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 pum. Opportunity. Hi.
Medical personnel detected among nearby group of persons in need of medical personnel.
Oh no, medical personnel is medical personnel.
Thank law. It's Barnabas, the worst Borst.
What's hotter than fire?
Barnabas, I need you to go get help.
Chemistry stations strewn about the stations are all matter of caustic volatile medical grade chemicals. Could create something, but I do not.
Lava, they're on Planck plasma. I think I might be hallucinating. Clive's extra special Borst. I just threw up all over my shoes, and the laces are melting. Why are the...
What in the scrupulous name of profitable deductibles do you think you're doing? Just who are you, and why are you walking through my triage?
I saw explosion from the landing pad. What exactly happened here?
Some kind of rocket attack, or maybe an orbital strike. Can't rightly say for sure, but it came from above and hit us hard. Don't suppose you're looking for a way to help? I'm absolutely desperate, and I'm sure I could rustle up some suitable reward if you helped.
Sure.
We need compression coils. The attack left more wounded than I have supplies for, plus a hefty amount of Zeranium poisoning. And the coils on our autodocs have worn out. Without them, they can't convert raw materials into the medicaments needed to help the soldiers heal.
The good news, I can help you with some of the neat compression coils right now.
Fortuitous. This feels like my first bit of luck in ages. It's a start. Thank you. Please, come back when you found more.
Sounds like these coils will keep this triage from becoming a morgue. Let's get to scavenging.
There's compression coils in here. Anything else? Just vomiting. Hi.
Did that blast give me a dunder? Or is some damn stranger walking into my area of operation right after we've been attacked?
You all right, officer? We saw the impact and got over here fast as we could. If there's anything we can
do to part you from your bits while you're desperate? Yeah, I know your type. You go private, but then lurk in the shadows like manta wasps looking to prey on easy marks. You got any reason I oughtn't have you shot?
Or send me to help us again, gesture of goodwill. Careful, the order did not do this, but I can make sure they do the next one.
Yeah? And what exactly makes you so sure of that?
Honestly, I'm not, but the Monastery Abbot asked me to come and he seemed very sincere.
Well, I suppose I appreciate your honesty, but even if I believe you, so what? The damage is done, and it's not like I'm mounting a counterattack.
So if it wasn't the order, you have new enemies slaughtering your people.
Maybe. I suppose it's possible. But even if I believe you, what, by law, do you think I can do about it?
Get the word out that wasn't the order and that you got new threat to deal with. Or just report to your superiors.
Seriously? You expecting me to ring up Auntie and tell her, hello, Maven of all marketing, just letting you know that the order says it wasn't them that slaughtered my men? Also, there's some new nameless, faceless, seriously cutthroat competitors trying to frame the order, so we go back to killing each other.
Okay, if you won't help me yet, maybe I'll help you cut them off.
Ah, an offer for transaction. Now you're talking my language. Didn't reckon you as someone sympathetic to our ways. It just so happens we might be able to trade services. Normally, I wouldn't admit this kind of weakness. It's bad practice. But I'm really in the squeeze, and you might be useful. Lately, my luck's been right miserable. I got enemy sneak attacks. I got grunts murdering each other. I got unsanctioned power struggles. And it all risks reflecting badly on me.
Badly you and it was going to
Well, who else should I be worried about? Do you have any idea how abysmal that's going to look on my next employment review? You cut down the number of issues that are vexing me, and I'll send you a word of peace and harmony up the chain. What's good for me is good for you, see? Quid pro quo. Or, if all that sounds like too much work for you, there are other ways to curry my favor. Make me believe your good intentions. Encourage me to take your side.
I could use a few favors for just
That bomb that hit us, it was filled with uranium. So not only did it kill us the good old-fashioned way, it also caused serious poisoning. My contract medicalist over there is literally up to her elbows in it, her hourly rate is ridiculous, and our damn autodocs have gone on the fritz from the workload. You get her the compression coil she needs to make the autodocs work, and that should cut her billable hours in half, and then I'll send your message.
I'll already agreed to help your medic.
There's been a murder at one of our forts. A trooper's accused of poisoning her senior officer for some preposterous reason. Problem is, I'm already short on medical specialists. The last thing I can do is waste one for days just to find out if she did or didn't toxify him. Go find out who done it, and I'll send the message you're asking for.
I thought you
This is gonna make no more sense for me saying it than it's gonna make for you hearing it, but apparently, the senior officer at one of my forts is a mantisaur. A real, actual, pincer-faced, carapace-having mantisaur. Not a half-human one, or a psychic one, or a talking one, just a regular old head-munching mantisaur. Anyways, there's some dispute over who his Now, you know that's so don't let either...
West. Yeah. Loot.
No, 4 years since this war began. Can't rightly recall. It's a struggle to keep track with the constant threat of bullets ventilating your brain pan. And another run-in with those brigands. Caught us unawares while out on patrol. The Order is hard enough to dead enough. Now we got them too. It's enough to make a man weep. How many good soldiers have we lost out in those small-forsaken wastes? Every time we send a patrol out, we count ourselves lucky if even half of them come back. Now, it's my squad's turn. Chances are this will be the last you'll ever hear of me. Tell my wife that, Allah help me. Just tell her I love her.
Fired it up, what is this? Recent referrals to land supplies from orbit have all met with failure. Any typical patterns of chinking to avoid their anti-air fire have ended disastrously. Initially, I thought the Order had grappled to hitting how many guns they were taking down or ships and passed by volume of fire alone. However, after trying a saturation landing, I realized they actually have relatively few guns, but the accuracy is astonishing. Frankly, I would have said it was impossible for seeing. I don't know how they're doing, but that does not matter. Every way we drop so much cargo, they simply can't hit it all. Or we have the air staff use dangerously erratic and impossible to predict light paths, so we're stuck between ruinously expensive at their hands or just their own accidents. What's the sound? Is it just a drop pod? It's making a sound. Oh. Bugs. It's bugs. That's not the right one. Oh, that's a mine. Fast explosives 3. Come on. Hello. Compression coils. That's a person. Compression coils. Journal. Oh, it should be. Oh, it's just collectible. That's not going to happen anytime soon.
Talking to myself now, huh? Just have cobwebs in the attic.
You find another exploding thing? A mine?
Can't remember. Just digging now.
Okay. If you find one, you tell me. They explode. The overhead rocks come down. Kill us dead. And if we dead, then can't scrap.
Waste of my valuable time.
Bam, bam, bam. Hi. Damn. Yep, that's a need. Good. That's mine. Scrappers. Spoons. Bunch of junk. Save? No. That's not the save. Missions. Wow. Chips. Rounds. Minerals. Where am I? Okay, I think I'm done for today. Yeah. Drop a save. And just like that, I'll go.